old-fashioned drama.
Oh yeah, right. It's I don't want to wait for our lives to be
And
over.
thank you very much for downloading this most recent episode of Movie Guys Podcast. You can download many more episodes at movieguyspodcast.podbean.com.
I'm horrible. We would think that after all these years that I would know every actor by name and I would just like get it at the top, right? But for the first 5 minutes of this movie, I'm like, oh, that's Benedict Cumberbatch. No, that's the guy that destroyed aliens. We're talking about the killer. Eric, how the hell are you doing?
Do you think that it was his fault that Aliens franchise was
He,
destroyed?
he became the star.
Did he?
Yeah, the second one he kind of did.
Ah, I guess so. What are your thoughts on Michael Fassbender? He kind of rose up. He got the big play in Inglorious Bastards, right?
Yeah, I like Fast Bender where it counts. I did a podcast years
Doing like a
ago.
slow bender.
Ooh, nice. I did a podcast that was separate from ours years ago, and of course, everybody at that point in time said that The Dark Knight was the greatest superhero movie of all time, and we just reviewed X-Men First Class. And I came out of that movie and I reviewed it, and I thought that X-Men First Class was the best one. It was better than the Dark Knight, and people thought I was crazy. And I was like, yeah, but that guy that played Magneto, whoever that guy is, that guy's good.
Yeah.
That was my introduction to Fassbender. Was that yours?
Uh, I no, I say officially it was for Inglorious Bastards. Actually, officially was Band of Brothers. Uh,
Oh, you wasn't that.
but like I wouldn't have known him. But
Everybody was in
yeah,
that.
exactly. He was just another dude.
Yeah, guy from The Office was like a starring role in that.
Yeah, Inglorious Bastards was definitely the way that I was introduced to him, and he's just been kind of hitting ever since. He landed that Magneto role, and that was fantastic. And then certain franchises and then independent properties, he was doing good. He even did 12 Years a Slave.
Hmm.
So he was going to take on a challenging role, and he's not afraid to go there. He's got range. He's uh, he's got it, and when you are an actor with range, because he's got a comedy out now. Next Goal Wins. Then
Yeah, I saw that.
you can
I saw the
succeed.
pic.
He's a character actor too. He could play in period pieces. He can kind of play quirky, up to date pieces. He's uh, got a lot of faces in his bag.
He could be a killer.
He can be hey, was
He was in The
he
Killer.
was in the
So
killer?
the reason why we're reviewing this movie, and you can find this on Netflix. This is a Netflix original release. We're reviewing this because this is my probably second or third. It's top five favorite director of all time. You and I have discussed this director, David Fincher. This is David Fincher's next movie. The last time we reviewed him was when I moved into my new house that I'm in now, and the last movie we reviewed of his was Mank. And boy, did we not like that one.
No, it was not the best.
No, that was his worst one.
He also did Mindhunter, which I enjoyed very much. That was right before Mank, but then he did Mank. We obviously go back and check that out. You had said that it was more a passion piece for him.
Yeah, it was a passion piece for him. And this one, though, this is more up his alley, right? My wife is known to hate Fincher movies. She says that Fincher is like a 1970s movie, where like she hates Jaws, she hates Taxi Driver because it's so slow. And I was like, but that's what makes it good. And Fincher's kind of known for that, right? I mean, he has that slow burn, a lot of his movies. So I was excited to get back into this, right? This was his redemption from Mank. And boy, did he lose me in the first 15 minutes. Uh, Cumberbatch, not Cumberbatch. I can want to say Cumberbatch. Fassbender would not shut the hell up in this opening. This was daunting. This first 15, 20 minutes of
Really?
this movie. Oh, it was terrible for
I
me. For
didn't
me.
think. Yeah, I guess it was just. It's a movie where you are left to question what's going to happen next, like that slow burn that you're talking about.
Right, but I
And
would.
no, yeah, in this point in the introduction, because this is all we know. It's just like he's just camping out and scouting. So I'm piecing together a movie, The Killer, and then this guy scouting is that he's a killer and he's waiting for the thing. And so I'm thinking, all right, I'll stick it out and I'll wait around to make sure that see if this comes through or not. And I guess I was just more willing to wait.
Well, my issue is that because of the stink of Mank, that when we got into Fassbender talking monologue about his routine and how he can't show empathy and all these different things, I'm just like, oh God, like has Fincher done it right? A lot of directors have done it, besides Tarantino, right? Everybody likes Tarantino, but it's like directors have their slumps, and I was like, wow, Mank, and now this is just going to be his slump. Like, is this bad? Um, but yeah, this beginning of the movie is Fassbender. He's nameless. He's just a killer, and he is meticulous in his routine. He's sleep deprived, and he's hiding out in this apartment. He was explaining how he used to do Airbnbs, but he doesn't like Airbnbs because people like nanny camps. There's like all these little details that he says, and we're waiting. Like we know as the audience, he's going to kill somebody. That's what this opening is about, and it's a slow burn.
Yeah,
Very
yeah.
slow.
Like he is camped out. That's the thing that it shows is that he's there for a bit, and it's not like he's killing time. He's kind of on a schedule, and he's staying very diligently observant to the penthouse across the way, across the street.
What I like about this, Eric, is that you don't know who he's targeting. There's a few times where Fincher decides to tease us, right? Where it's like he grabs the scope and everybody's in the scope, right? And he keeps on focusing on that damn uh not well, not a butler, but the doorman. He keeps on focusing on that same doorman. I was like, is he gonna wait for a perfect time to kill that? Like that was what was fun about this boring opening segment was who is he going to kill? Have you already seen the victim that he's going to target? That was an interesting point.
Yeah, and the way that he plays with that scope too, the way that he's just kind of toying with this whole idea, it's really painting this picture here. Like again, you become very observant in this time just because you're trying to absorb all the information so that you can kind of figure out what's going on here. What's going to happen next? What did he just say? Is he trying to kill that doorman like you just said? You see that scope and you realize, okay, this guy's definitely a killer. He's got kind of the sniper scope right there, and he's got gloves on, and he's being very careful to trace his steps. It's building a bit more to that final kill.
So I'm gonna be X-rated for a minute
Please,
for a point, and
oh, keep going.
I'm going to clean it up for the audience. But have you ever heard of the British late night talk show Graham Norton?
Yeah,
Okay.
yes, I have.
If nobody has, just YouTube Graham Norton. It is London's Jimmy Fallon, if you will.
Oh, he's much better than Jimmy Fallon. You can give him that. He's a talk show host and a very
He's a talk
successful
show host. He's London's talk show host. But anyway, he had Fassbender on to talk about the movie. And Fassbender said the most difficult part of the movie was Fincher trying to find the right gloves in the beginning of the movie because he wanted the killer to have these black latexy kind of gloves. He wanted to show the hand and the, like the knuckles, right? He just wanted to really like have the gloves be a part of the skin kind of look. And he said Fincher spent weeks trying to find. This is a really, really funny YouTube clip. You should check it out, Eric. And then Graham Norton's like, well, what are they? And here's the X-rated part. Fassbender said, these are fisting gloves.
Oh my. They make gloves especially for that?
Yeah.
You would think that.
Yes.
Actually, I don't know what to think. I don't think I've ever thought of it before.
I Googled it, and they do sell it.
I'm sure you
on
just
Amazon.
stopped at Googling that. Yeah.
Yes. I was like, oh my Lord. But speaking of fisting,
Well, I got my stocking stuffer gift, huh?
I'm sorry for people that are listening. I'm sorry, but I found that so ridiculous. That sounds so artistic douchebaggery from Fincher to be like, "Oh yes, these gloves need to show every little wrinkle." And it's like,
I
shut
would
up,
to say, do you
Fincher.
have some leftover ones from Girl with the Dragon Tattoo?
Nice. Speaking of fisting, though, we get our target. Our target's some I don't know, politician, some rich guy. I don't know, right? Somebody that's in the penthouse of Crossed, and of course, this fat, blonde, Donald Trump looking politician has a dominatrix in his room.
Yep, he's looking to get some play. He's looking to play around.
And the killer
Get
has
told
him
he's a
in
bag
his
boy. Maybe
scopes.
get some of that fisting glove, you know?
Right, right. Been a bad boy. He needs to be taught a lesson. And then all of a sudden, she jumps out with her purse, falls down a couple of stories, and goes home to Brad Pitt. Um, that was a
Hmm.
bad joke, but a good one. Good
That that
reference.
was that was a
It's good.
reach.
Yeah, it was a reach, but it was a good one. Um, but no, the killer who has been meticulous and perfect and everything, even going as measuring his heartbeat because his heartbeat can't reach a certain beat because of the gun, blah blah blah. He pulls the trigger and he kills the dominatrix instead. His target gets away, and this is where I perk up because I'm like, how is he going to? How he escaped Paris? I thought was wonderful. I thought it was a great action sequence with not a lot of action in it. You know what I mean? Like everything made sense. Like it just logically made sense. Okay, he has his helmet on. He goes onto the motorcycle. He gets away. Every time he sees an opening to throw away things in a dump truck or in the lake or river, whatever, he finds ways of getting rid of all the evidence. Like this guy, even though he screwed up, this guy knows what he's doing.
Oh yeah,
This was interesting.
like
I like this.
to a point where you're thinking like, geez, is this overkill? And even he still goes. Like he's obviously, it's good to be this paranoid about it. He's covering all of his tracks. There's no way anyone's gonna even think to stop him. He's researched it so much that he's backlogged. When he was renting the scooter, doing it days beforehand, so it's just this guy's got a plan.
Mm. I also little details like he will go to like a 7-Eleven, if you will, and shave his face for no reason, but he does it. And then he has like this little spray bottle, kind of like hand sanitizer spray bottle, right? I don't know if that's to cover a scent of gunpowder or something, but he would spray that around. And the movie screws with you. So like he gets on the plane, flies to wherever, and he sees the suave looking guy with these fancy looking socks, right? And then that night he cancels his flight because he suspects this suave man with fancy socks that he's coming after him. And I liked how he ordered room service and put, like the glass on the handle and then the little tray lid on the floor. Like there's little things that I enjoyed, but we never see that guy again. And I was like, oh, like this little details like this is getting me really interested into the mystery. This is a very good thriller.
Oh, sure. It just gives you more into the mind, more and more, which is I think the fascinating part of why people like hitmen or like serial killers, just because they don't like the act so much as they enjoy the process.
Like people
Because
like Dexter.
yeah, exactly. Because of how just how the work that goes into it, people appreciate. I think that level of just dedication to something where you're that researched, you're that choreographed. Everything is planned. He has what does he say? Don't improvise. You
Yeah,
know,
don't improvise,
anticipate.
anticipate, and don't show empathy.
Yeah, and
Always.
yeah, just the way that he's yeah, exactly. Not leaving anything to chance. He's just thinking that yeah, this guy's here to kill me, and
Right.
he's probably just some dude flying back home to see a family.
Just some dude, right? And then he gets home to the Dominican Republic to his hideout. They call it the hideout. Not much of a hideout though, because he goes through the cities, he goes out to the jungle as they call it, and it's a beautiful like open house. And what do you mean by open? Like there's no windows. Everything's like curtains. And
He's got a
th-
private lot, obviously, and it's
right, but
just yeah, it's definitely one of those. That's a coke dealer house, man.
Well, it's a nice looking house. It's not like Tony Montana looking, but I'm just like, this is supposed to be a hideout. Like anybody that's like a really good killer could probably, like where's the security? You don't know. But anyway, he finds out somebody's been there though, because when he pulls up to the gates, he realizes there's a bunch of footprints and there's cigarettes, and he runs to the house and there's blood everywhere, music's playing, and this is where he finds out that I thought it was a sister, but later in the movie you find, but this is his lover, right? That's what she's called. It's lover,
Yes.
and the two people came to the house to kill him, beat the crap out of her. She has a brother. She's in the hospital, looking battered, right? And she didn't give him up, and now he is on a revenge mission to figure out what happened. So he has his list. At the end of the list, it says, Bill, we're going to the Deadly Viper Squad. No?
No, that's exactly what it is. And
Get a clap on that one? No? Okay.
no, it was a good reference. You're getting better with the references, by the way.
Thank you.
You started off slow, and now it's starting to slowly get there. You're gonna
8
get a
years
home run
later.
in the end of the podcast tonight. I have a feeling
Yes. So
people are
it's
gonna be
been fun.
googling everything you're saying. No, I think again, because I don't know who's going after him. This is where the curious part is, right? He's going back home after a failed job, and it is curious. It's a nice question. Like, what happens to the assassin if they mess up? Like, does everyone just go home and they go, "Oh man, we'll get them next time, boys"?
Yeah,
But
like
no, apparently this happens. Apparently, there's a clean team that has to be paid extra, right? So the client pays for the hit, and for an insurance, if the hit goes wrong, which it did in this, then the client can pay extra to have all of the loose ends cleaned up.
very standard. We've been here before, right? But the good thing, folks, is that the way this movie is told, it just makes it a great mystery. It's just how is he going to figure it out, right? Because he has no information, right? When he meets his girlfriend in the hospital, one said they had like one guy had like a limp maybe or something like that. There's no information.
White hair
So
or
this
something like that, right?
white hair and a gimp like that. That's it. Like I mean, nothing to go off of. So this guy has to find it out. But he talked to her brother, and he said that a green taxi picked up the assailants. So he's driving the next day all throughout all over the area, trying to find a green taxi. Talk about dedication.
Yeah.
And he finds two green taxis. He then that night goes to the taxi hub, holds the guy at gunpoint, and finds the driver who drove the two bad guys. Leo, I believe his name is. Just spoil it right now. Leo gets killed. Was
Poor
that
Leo.
justified?
No,
I mean,
it just
Leo seemed pretty innocent.
yeah, most certainly he was, but he also saw his face.
Yeah, so that's another thing too. Is like if you're a killer, why would you show your face, right? But so he finds that Leo was the driver. He gets into Leo's cab, and he automatically shows Leo the gun. And Leo's like, "Oh my god, oh my god!" And he's like, "Hey, we picked up some people. What's going on?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, I picked him up." And he's telling him everything he wants to know. He tells him.
Yeah, he's not putting up a fight. He's complying to everything. He's like, "Please, I'm just trying to make a buck here, man. I'm just a taxi driver."
Right, and then he makes him pull under the bridge, and I knew it right there, right? Even he had to know that as soon as he pulled under the bridge.
I'm sure. Like, there's, everyone kind of expects, and there's like that little bit, where the dial keeps on going, like from 50% to 60%, 70, 80, 90%, that you're just like, okay, this guy's gonna die. But there's still like that little bit where you're just like, maybe, please.
Maybe, right? Because he's like, hey, man.
It's like, oh, never mind.
Hey, man, just let me have a smoke, man. Hey, man, can I go? The good thing is about the killer that we've seen, and I don't mean the movie, really. I mean the character of the killer, is that his victims don't know that they're dead. You know what I mean? Like, poor Leo felt nothing.
It did come quite expectedly, and that's what he had said too, is that his specialization was making it look like an accident, right?
Yeah, he loves to do that. He loves to think that something's poisoned or somebody drowns or
Yeah, it's his favorite thing to do, and we only get to see it a few times.
right. And this was good. Like, I mean, I felt bad for Leo. I'm like, oh man, no, not Leo.
Yeah, well, getting shot was not like a natural death or an accident, but yeah, it does come quick and unexpected, and
Right. So
at least gives him that.
then we go to Louisiana. He flies to America and he gets into a white van, which I'm sorry, Toyota or Ford, whoever has the white van, maybe you should change it. I don't know. Right? I mean, that's such a killer van. And then like the funny thing too is that like he goes to like Louisiana or Florida or wherever. I think it's Louisiana first. And then like he goes to like Home Depot and he has these guys like load the van with blatantly like I'm gonna kill somebody stuff. Like with a trash can, I don't know, like a nail gun and stuff, you know,
A bunch of rope, tape, plastic wrap.
bunch of rope. Oh, I'm sorry, sir. Can I help you? Yes, I need rope. How long do you need it? I don't know. What do you need a pole? I don't know. A boat? Oh, you don't need that rope there. You need this rope. And you still don't know as the audience what's going on. I hope you got that reference.
Like I said,
So
you're getting better every time.
yeah, thank you. And he's this like waste management guy, right? And he's following this random woman like on the streets of Louisiana, and he goes into this office building, and he has this big trash can. And I knew, right? I knew he was going to kill somebody. You knew he was going to kill somebody, and the body was going to go in the trash can. That's obvious, right? But how are they going to get put into the trash can? That's what I'm curious
I mean,
about.
yes, for a little bit, but it was also just creative how he was trying to get inside of the building, just the way that he kind of scouts what he's going to do. He looks for his entrance is the best way of doing it. Kind of a hiding in plain sight. And I think this is fun because I've been taught this before in IT security classes, that you could have the most secure fortress in the world on any part of tech or gadget, gizmo, door, lock, whatever the hell, is that always, and I think we already know, always, the most flawed area is going to be a human. It's going to be the guard, the person watching the whole thing. And this movie did that perfectly, where you're in the door and you're walking in, and somebody with two hands full, in a cart, hey buddy, hey, hold that, and your nice guy kicks in and says, oh yeah, let me get that here. This guy's just bringing the bringing the waste disposal, or the paper shredder.
No, he was a FedEx guy. He was delivering packages.
What? No, he was recycle.
No, he was. Well, no, I'm sorry. The killer was recycled, but the FedEx guy let him in. This is why you always get UPS.
Yeah,
And what I also like too
UPS
was
don't give up.
yeah, United Postal Service, but well, also what I like too was the detail, right? So like he's counting the seconds of that delayed door. Like it's 8 seconds, right? More 8 Mississippis. And I don't know what her name was, Dolores, like the secretary, whatever her name was.
Poor lady.
Let's just say Dolores, right? She looks like a Dolores.
I
And
can look it up for you.
oh, if you want to, or you can just have fun.
I do. I actually had it up there and I misclicked. It's Dolores.
It is Dolores.
It's Dolores Van
Perfect.
Contier.
Perfect. I okay.
No, I'm joking. It's just Dolores.
Is it real? Is it just Dolores? Okay. So he's like, hey Dolores. She's like, oh my God, right? She's like that damsel in distress. And he meets Morgan Freeman lookalike.
The lawyer. Otherwise known as
right.
Hodges.
Right. Hodges the lawyer, straight up Morgan Freeman from Wanted, right? And is this the head of this criminal organization? Is he just a manager? Because he's a lawyer. Well, he's fronting as a lawyer. So he is the killer's boss, right?
Well, he's just maybe the accounts manager, or we don't know. He could just be the lieutenant. He could be the owner operator.
What if he is a part of the table and this is a John Wick universe movie?
Oh man, you have the Killer versus John Wick. That'd be great.
That'd be fun. And the killer's gonna kill him, right? I mean, we all know
Killer
this,
gonna
but
kill him.
how's he? He gonna kill? He gonna kill? But how's he gonna kill him? So the guy's like cocky. He's just like, "Hey, man, look." I mean, is this where they tell him the big reveal? Like the guy that he was supposed to kill ordered a hit, or like, or something like that, right? Doesn't he reveal that somebody ordered a hit against him?
He was no the client who. Maybe correct me if I'm wrong. I could pull up the wiki right here. But the client that paid him to off the guy, when he found out that it went bad, he paid to have him
For the
cleaned up.
insurance,
Yeah.
right? For the insurance. So then all the killer wants is the names of the people that came to his hideout and messed up his girl. And of course, Hodges, the lawyer's not going to give this to him. So he begins to destroy his laptop, standard. And then he takes his nail gun, not a staple gun, a nail gun, and he shoots 3 nails in his chest. And the guy is coughing up blood. Question. I don't ever want to get shot in the chest with a nail gun, but how long are those nails? Will that actually happen like that? Here I am trying to put logic to it, right? Because like
I mean,
I have
it wouldn't feel good, but it was kind of the dark humor of it is Michael Fassbender thinking like, oh yeah, he's got like, well, he estimates like he's got like 15 seconds for him to tell me, and then he dies right away, and he goes, whoops, oh, it's just like
that's
he completely underestimates the window of time that he had to get a confession.
that's why I asked you. So off air, I asked Eric, everybody, um, is this guy supposed to be a mess up? Because he messed up by killing the dominatrix and not his hit. And then he messes up by calculating the time of death that it will take to get shot in the chest with a nail gun. Is this guy a mess up? Or is he just unlucky? Or is it just it's not going that deep? Like, I mean, what is it saying? Because that's twice now that this guy who's priding himself on being particular on every little aspect has messed up twice.
I don't know if it's so much that he's messed up is versus just kind of another wild thing getting thrown, just life happening.
Okay. All right.
And,
So
and,
then
and the way he's just his ability to adapt out of it is just kind of showing that, because that's really a big skill in itself, right? The versatility of just being on the field and making that quick decision to be like, well, we're doing this instead. All right, quick call everybody, because this happened. We're changing it up and we're doing something else instead.
hey, fair enough. It just it just popped in my head, right?
Sure.
With it, like, I wonder. But then I have another question too. So Dolores, he zip ties to the bathroom sink, and she's, damsel in distress, blah blah blah. There's no way she's getting out of this. He kills the lawyer. He goes back in there, and she immediately says, "Hey, look, I have children. I want them to get the life insurance. I don't want to disappear. I know you're going to kill me." She didn't say that word. Uh, can you make it? Can just so I don't disappear, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And he was like, and then he monologues himself, say, "Don't show empathy." There was a pill bottle on the ground that was blatantly showing us that pills were missing. Did she take a bunch of pills, or did she knock the pills down?
She knocked him down. I thought. Like I don't know if it was her
Okay.
attempt or what.
I thought it was trying to be. I thought it was trying to be suicide, that she saw pills, because the camera showed us the pill bottles.
Yeah, I thought
Blatantly.
originally that she was doing it just to kind of I don't know, avoid his hand. But
And that's
I'm,
what I was saying.
I'm
I
probably
don't know.
wrong on
I
that.
thought she took it. I thought she took pills. That's what I thought.
Well, if that were to happen, then if she were to make that
It didn't
request,
happen.
wouldn't the autopsy go?
Right. So then he takes her to her house, nice house, by the way, and she literally has a Rolodex. If you don't know, if you're listening to the show where the Rolodex is, I'm sorry, you're too young to listen to the show and Google where Rolodex is. Trust me, that save symbol. Never mind, I had a joke. That save symbol's on a floppy
As long as you're laughing.
And he remembers what she says. I don't want to go. I don't want to disappear. And as soon as she could walk down the stairs, he snaps her neck, dude. So it looks like she broke her neck falling down the stairs.
Does a little karate chop. In the end, she falls down the steps.
The second victim that doesn't know that they're dead.
That's crazy.
Crazy. It's just crazy to think about. I've been thinking about that for 24 hours. Like, they don't know that they're dead. Like, if you got shot in the back of the head, you wouldn't know.
It's a weird thing, just how you could just, how fragile. How you can just be walking, all of a sudden, just boom, just lights off, just like a lamp.
So now he goes to Florida and he meets Rikishi from WWE, right? One of the guys that beat up his girl. This guy, he makes some joke. It's like a penitentiary. Like he sees this house. It's on stilts, right on the water in Florida, but it's surrounded by a fence, and they have what was that dog's name from Next Friday? Chuco.
Oh man.
Chuco, whatever.
Yeah.
Like that dog kind of reminded me of that one. And here he is, meticulous again, right? He's just a tourist. He's just watching. They go to a strip club / casino. These people. He follows them there, and he's ready. So he gets like NyQuil and hamburger meat and feeds it to the dog.
Yeah.
To knock the dog out. He doesn't kill the dog ever. I wonder why he doesn't, since he has a silencer, just poop, But I guess he doesn't kill dogs.
Oh, because it make it look like an accident, right? You're just trying to get him out of the way.
And he gonna make this look like an accident. Well, maybe he will.
I don't know. You'd think that if someone comes in and like if the person gets shot, you'd think that okay, well that's something. But it's like if the person and the dog was shot, then you get John Wick.
Yeah, you get John Wick. Killed my dog.
Cop Wick.
We get a great fight. Like what's this guy, Samoan? This guy was a wrestler, right? This guy's huge.
Yeah. It was a lot of good fightings.
There's no way in real life Michael Fassbender is walking away from this. He got messed up. This was some John Wick stuff.
Yeah, no, there was some real good fights in this one. And this is the thing too, is that much as I enjoyed the fights, they did the thing, the typical kind of fight thing where the bad guy or in the fights, instead of like throwing punches or something like that, they just kind of do like this grapple hold and they pick them up and they throw them or charge, And
yeah, but there was some cool stuff though too. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, it just it happens a lot, where there's a killing strike kind of right there. You could add a few more punches or hits or stomps, kicks, punch and kick, just something. But it said the guy chooses to take the good guy and throw them halfway across the room, through a table, and then slowly walk over to go get them. No, there's some stuff, and this was definitely one of those nail biting moments where it was back and forth. It was a bloody battle, man.
It was great. Like one of the things that I like is, again, small detail for me, but one of the things that I like is Fassbender was on his knees, like kind of crawling behind a couch, and the Samoan dude like kicks the couch and pinches him against it. Like little things like that. I was like, oh, that's really neat. Samoan guy gets like, I think he gets stabbed through the groin.
Right? Somewhere around there.
Right around there. And he's in Fassbender's, hiding and blah, blah, gets killed, blah, blah. Next stop is Boston. He goes to Boston.
Boston. Yeah.
He goes to Boston. And he meets, we've seen this actress 100 times, right? But this is the Q-tip actress. In a fancy restaurant. Mm-hmm. Fancy restaurant, eating food. He has empathy in this. Right? Because she knows that she's going to die. Right? So she accepts her fate, but they share a meal with whiskey.
A flight of whiskey.
Mm-hmm. But he was going to let her go, right? Because they go to the park later. And then, like, he sees that she has a knife, right? He's like, oh, yeah, kills her.
And by the way, they're not Boston. This is in Beacon, New York.
Thank you. Thank you. He goes to Boston next, right? No. He goes to Chicago.
Yeah, it's New York, then Chicago.
Chicago. And this is where we find the twist, right? This was kind of what I spoiled, right? The guy that he was supposed to kill end up putting the hit on him. Is that what happened?
Yeah, because the guy in the Petersburg was one killer, right? Tilda Swinton was the other killer,
Mm.
and the last guy in Chicago was the client.
Right.
Yeah, in an upscale penthouse. He's in like a super hyper secure penthouse in Chicago, and he makes it a point to say that he was able to sneak in. And next time when I sneak in, who's to say I put some poison in your glass? Threatens him, but doesn't kill.
Right. And then he's like, yeah, if you kill you slowly, meh, right?
Meh.
Meh. And then I mean, everything else moves quick, right? But after that, this is where the killer goes
Well,
home.
how'd you like how this worked? How it moved in these chapters, and each chapter, 6 chapters by the way, was a different target, a different destination, different check mark on his list.
Again, where's Bill at the end of the name? I don't like the chapters because this movie did not call for that. Kill Bill did, right? And I bring up Kill Bill because that's a very good revenge movie. This movie didn't need chapters. There was no reason to have chapters. None. Let's be honest, right? No? Do you agree? Do you disagree? I'm like, it didn't take me out of the movie that it said chapter, blah, blah, blah. But it was still stupid that it was just this small little thing going across the screen for no reason.
Possibly. It seems like this is based off the French graphic novel series.
Yes, I Googled that. I was like, what is this based off? And it was like,
in the 90s. Very nice.
98 was the first issue.
Pretty cool. Never gonna read this.
Yeah, it's French.
Sacre
I don't
bleu.
know. I know macaroon.
What do you think about him not killing the client?
It shows he has empathy, which is everything that he's going against, which makes us show that he's human. Hence why, if you notice, he never blinks, and that was another thing that he was talking about with Graham Norton.
Is it empathy? Is it?
Yeah.
It's
Why would he go against everything that he said he was not? Again, either that.
Well,
or
I
it's just a
feel like
talking contradiction.
he knows that this dude was he knew not what he was doing. He was just paying for the insurance, whereas the other people maybe knew who this person was. They knew what the business of it was, and they did it anyway. And because of that, it became personal, and that's what the killer went after him. The John Wick part of it. But this guy's just a John. He doesn't know who any of these people are. He doesn't know their business. He just wanted this guy, this your Trump looking dude in the beginning of the movie. He just wanted him gone for whatever dumb reason.
Right, which also makes me angry towards the movie because this is everything throughout the whole movie that this character, the killer, said that he was against. He let him go. Right? Doesn't matter if you're just some Joe off the street. You're a Joe off the street that hired a hit team. Right? So you're not innocent. There's blood on your hands.
Yeah, I think he knew that you can't kill this guy though, because he's a public figure. He's big. He's in there. Everyone else, their profession is to be in the shadow.
Right, but still, I mean, this goes. I'm not saying it makes me angry because this is not who he is, but then that's the whole point of the movie, right? He's supposed to have growth, right? At the beginning of the movie, if he met this guy, he would have killed him. But because of his journey and what he went through, typical, right? I mean, he has to learn and grow and all that, typical story stuff, right? He has to learn. And it tells a very, very good ABC story, right?
Do you think he learned?
Yeah, right. He's not doing anything anymore, right? He's not going to, right? Because that's why I asked: was the lawyer the head of the organization? Like, is anybody else going to come after him, or is he going to live? Because this guy has money everywhere. Didn't he say he has like 6 or 8 storage units across the United States?
Yeah, he's seems to be doing a-okay.
Right. I mean, he's fine. So the lawyer, is that the head? If it's the head, well, you cut the head off, so therefore nobody else is going to come after you.
Sure. I guess that there's
Because
also I would think that there's competitors out there maybe that there's
right,
not not the only business in town.
but the lawyer knows where his hideout is in the Dominican Republic. So would he sit on the beach later words and have a mojito and worry? You know what I mean? Like
I don't know. Not until Nick Fury shows up and asks him to get the band back together.
they need to get the band back together after this box office debacle. Um, you want to get into the popcorn rating, bud?
Yeah, I do.
Is it a large or is it medium?
This is a medium.
Are you sure it's not a large though? Because we haven't talked crap about it, and we both kind of didn't want to see it because of Mank, but it was entertaining as hell.
Listen, it was an enjoyable movie. I enjoyed this movie for really what it was, but I just felt like I don't. The story was just kind of off. Like, so it's a revenge story type of thing. Like, it's not. You know what I would like? So I I liked what's that movie? The Day of the Jackal, because it's just plain and simple. Here's the target. Go do the kill,
Sure,
and
about the
then
Bruce Willis movie?
no, that's just called The Jackal, which is based off
Okay,
of the same
okay.
of the same novel of the same
Sorry,
movie in the 70s.
where Jack Black got blown away. Go ahead.
Yeah, but where it's just simple assassination. This throws in a bit more of this story into the assassin's life, and I don't know if they're trying to capitalize off the John Wick thing or if they just wanted a whole lot of action. But the slow burn was great. The suspense building is great. The traveling and the way Michael Fassbender has to carry himself and stay incognito is great. Everyone likes that. I'm not going to argue about that at any part because it always makes for kind of a fun movie of like, what are they doing next? This is what this is what's going on. This is what they're doing. But for why he was doing it, and just after a while, it just kind of seemed like silly. I don't know. Maybe not silly, but it was almost just like, geez, this is going to great lengths to cover all this thing up. And is it just so he can just retire? Like he screwed up. He screwed up the shot, and now he has to take revenge on everybody that tried to kill him for because he screwed up. It's just a weird story.
I think he got revenge because they they didn't go there to just kill him. They went there and they beat the crap. I mean, they almost killed his girlfriend.
Yeah, of
So
course, of
that's what it
course.
is, right? It's like, hey, she's probably innocent, right? We don't know much about her, right? She's probably not in the world. She probably doesn't know. Well, I mean, maybe she does because you said I never gave you up, so maybe she does know. But I mean, like, you went after the girl. You don't go after the girl in the movie, right? That's where the revenge takes place. Look, I mean, like, I think the story's pretty much straightforward. I actually disagree with you. I think it makes logical sense. Instead of you killed my dog, you beat the crap out of my girl. Now I'm going to come after you,
I'm not trying
right?
to say it's a complicated story. I'm just trying to say that it's just quirky. It's just kind of it takes a hard angle instead of just kind of staying on the path of being something like the Day of the Jackal, where
What's
it's
hard about it? I'm
because
sorry to interrupt you, but what's hard about it?
because the killer screwed up. And just
Right?
like you said, this movie could not be about a professional, but a guy who's a screw up.
Is he a script? I mean, you seem to argue with me on that point, though.
I didn't think he was, but again, like I didn't even have to think about it until you brought that up, and just like, well, geez, Jordan's got a point here. I was like, this guy's not really batting 1,000 here. He seems to be kind of screwing up quite often. But at the same
Okay.
part, I again, is he screwing up, or is it just the way that that life is thrown at him? Uh, but yeah, he has these certain codes that he certainly kind of bends for. His MO is to kind of just get revenge on everything. When you would think that, I don't know, for someone who has that many fail safes, in storage areas and everything around the world. Uh, Maybe he just has a safe house. Where's the his contingency plan for when everything tries to go after him again? Is it just going to be standing strong at the fort and just Scarface style? Say hello to my little friend as the mob or as the army walks in and tries to blast you. Uh, he's a killer. He lives incognito. Why is he living flashy like this? Why is he, modest everywhere else except for this area here or in his recovery of the kill? It just, I'm not trying to break it down or pick it apart or anything like that. It just seems, I like, just again, just kind of quirky to me.
I'm
It seems like okay. Here's a killer, but he's got a killer's complex here. Oh, hey, everybody! I'd like you to meet Michael Fassbender. He's your typical average weekend killer, and he's got himself a problem. He's gonna
I, you
take
know,
care of it. Whoa! And I don't want to make it seem like it's a '90s comedy movie, but again, if you put like a little bit of a slide whistle in here, I think that's what you got. I'm not. I just wanted a bit more of a I don't know, something just a little more traditional. Is that what I'm trying to say? Am I being an old man about this?
I don't know if traditional is the way to go, right? Because I think if you go traditional, then the story gets boring, it gets dry. The movie's a medium because my issue is that, and this is a contradiction, it follows the typical script where it tells you the ABC story. It introduces you a character with flaws, and at the end, it's supposed to give us growth by letting people go and breaking all of his moral codes. For me, for this movie, I don't like that the movie goes that way. We get introduced with this guy. We're alone with this guy for 15, 20 minutes in our time, learning all about this guy and all of his silly little rules and his heartbeat and all these different things. And he doesn't follow through with that throughout the rest of the movie. And that's what kind of irritates me. The movie's a medium bag because I feel the movie has sloppy points to it. It's a hell of a lot better than Mank. Uh, but it's definitely one. It's this is like Panic Room, Benjamin Button territory. You know what I mean for Fincher, since those are his movies. It's okay. I see what they're doing. I kind of like what they're doing, but at the end of it, the popcorn is a little too salty. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't have a good taste. I like Panic Room, but it's a salty taste. Benjamin Button, I like it, salty taste. This
Well,
movie kind of the same thing.
again, it was just one of those where the killer that I'm introduced to is this guy who is cold, no
Right. He
empathy.
doesn't blink.
Yeah, he's just a machine. He's sent to do the job and he's sent to go do the thing. But when a movie introduces the character like this, I find it hard to swallow because as we introduced to it, this is not their first time. This is
Right.
a professional who has done this many, many times to the point where they are a professional. They are good at this. They aren't they're not just a driver, they're a transporter.
Nice.
Okay? But for some reason, it's always just that one package, just that one job, just that one that everything else like that, where they suddenly their heart grows 3 times too big, and they have their issue. They have this dilemma that they have to think of. Just and it's just dumb to me sometimes because this character is supposed to be some hardened ex-con criminal, Navy ex-milit, whatever, who's killed in the triple, 4 digits maybe. He's got a comma somewhere in that body count, and oh, suddenly they have to feel bad because a little girl lost a lollipop or something like that. Or because they screwed up
But you don't
because
want to see that movie though, Eric. You don't want to see that movie. You don't want to see the guy that is perfect every time. You want to see the guy that falls and rises from the
no,
top,
that's
right?
just it, Jordan, because I feel like the movie that I do describe, where if it is a guy who is kind of prone to doing that, you get it starring Leslie Nielsen, and it's a completely different movie,
Okay. All right. I mean, fair
which I
enough.
would still see, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, like I don't. I don't see the whole like you're saying. I don't see that. I just think that this is a guy that thinks that he is something, but he's not.
I'm not trying to put that to the movie. I'm trying to put that to the story. Maybe I'm going too hard
Maybe you are.
in
Maybe I am
my
too.
descriptions, but I just think in that story, I feel it's a bit too much. Uh,
Can,
you had me with the style of what you were going for with Michael Fassbender, with the narration, with this kind of cold mentality, this bleak, this dark life that he lives, this very quiet, solitary life that he has to, is his job. I like that. That's great. Showing me the process, showing me the step by step where he has to go from bus to train to airplane to Uber, and changing wardrobes in the bathroom, changing hairstyles, doing all that. Show me that's great. But when suddenly this person has a heart, it seems, or has a conscience, it just seems just kind of like, did
been
you
there,
not
done
just
that, right?
well, yeah, because it's just like, did you not forget like this person's backstory?
Did you just shoot Leo in the face? On the back of the head. Yeah, right?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
yeah. I mean, like, I think we're both saying the same things. This is definitely Fincher. This is not Fincher's top five, right? Like, this is
No, but it
no.
was very Fincher, and again, it was a good slow burn movie. I did enjoy it for what it was, and again, it's a 2 hour runtime. It's fine. You could do it, two batches of an hour, which is I think what I did.
Yeah, it's fine. It's a medium.
It's a
I'm just
solid Netflix movie.
it's just yeah, it's the better of the Netflix movies that we've seen. It's something to take a look at, right? If you like thrillers, it's something. It's funny because we were arguing with each other a little bit, but I'm still on your team with the medium, though. Like it's not great for some reason, but I did enjoy it. So it's a medium.
Well, is there anything that you would do to make it better?
Not have him screw up, but then you change the movie.
Yeah, sure.
Make him kill the guy in the beginning, but that was a decoy, or like something else crazy you can put into the mix, right? Because again, we are told before he kills the dominatrix, that this guy is supposed to be, for what we are told, perfect. But then also, though, what I kind of dig about the movie is that we're only getting his story. And we all know, right? The classic trope, the narrator lies. He's an untrustworthy narrator.
Yeah.
Because I kind of feel, and this may change my rating a little bit, I'm thinking about it, is that for like 15, 20 minutes of the movie, we only get his point of view. Of course he thinks he's awesome. Why wouldn't he think he's awesome? I mean, you think you're awesome. I think I'm awesome. Everybody else thinks they're awesome. What's really happening? You know what I mean?
It was just, I
That's
think
a
what it
solid
was.
point.
Do you remember? Okay, so you remember Memento?
Oh yeah, of course I do.
I think a big charm about that movie, besides of obviously how it was shot and done, is the fact that Guy Pearce, the entire time, his narration is almost how you talk in your head.
Sure.
You're talking it through yourself. Okay, what am I doing here? Okay, we're gonna walk. Okay, do this. Okay, grab this. And just kind of doing like these beats, these next steps in your head a bit more, and it's kind of how you translate it in your head, and that's really what I felt in this to a certain extent. But then it kind of just lost its way. Like halfway through the movie, I felt like it stopped doing that and just was absorbed in this revenge plot now, and having it be a lot more action and less of that slow burn. Pants are off, baby. We're in the action now.
Yeah, but I don't think that's what Fincher was going for. I mean, I think Fincher wanted to make an action film, but here I am defending him because I like him. Uh, yeah, that's a solid point, Eric. Um, I got nothing else. I mean, like,
You
it's
suck. This movie sucks. Everybody sucks. I'm joking.
all right. Oh, it's a solid medium, everybody who's listening, right? I think Eric and I had a great discussion on it, but I think it's a solid medium. It's worth a watch if you have nothing to do on a Sunday night, not a Sunday afternoon, but if you have nothing to do, if you're done watching The Crown, check this one out. It's something to see. Yeah, why not, right? The reason why I bring up The Crown is because my wife's watching it, and it's the Princess Diana death season, so everybody's watching that.
Did she die?
Yeah,
Princess die?
and nice in a car accident in a tunnel.
Yep.
That happens.
I remember. The day it happened.
I don't. I remember Elton John singing the song, and my mom bought the CD.
I woke up at my dad's house, and he had it on the paper. It said Diana dead. Big old bold letters, headlines right there, and I was just like, holy cow.
That sums up our generation, right? Where were you with Waco, Diana, 9/11? God,
It's gone are the days of where there's a newspaper headline, right?
right. Yeah, gone are the days where I say, "Give me the funnies."
Yeah, what's that Marmaduke up to?
Thank you, everybody, for listening to this most recent episode of Movie Guys Podcast. We hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed this conversation. Check us out, Movie Guys Podcast at podbean.com or wherever you get your podcast from. We are on. Also, if you don't know, when you go to the .com, click on Movie Guys Podcast Awards. You click on the link and you can vote. Again, every year I say your vote matters. We don't vote as the host for our annual Movie Guys, the 8th, right? This is the 8th year, bud.
It's been a while.
No, it's 9th year going on.
We're doing
January 9th.
great. We appreciate everyone that does it. It's always fun to see the votes.
Yeah, it's always fun to see. We don't get a chance, so I'd always like to see everybody's opinions are. But make sure to check that out at movieguyspodcast.podbean.com. Eric, thank you so much for joining me. We'll be back next Thursday, like always, right, bud? For
Like
another
always.
awesome episode. Let's talk about it. Have a good night. Do you know the story about how upset Gene and I were when we saw that Dawson's Creek was on Netflix, and we were heartbroken that we stopped it? Did you hear that before?
What do you mean you stopped it? What do you mean?
Okay, so everybody loved Dawson's Creek that are our age, right? Now, people that even said that they don't like Dawson's Creek is freaking lying.
I'm aware of your obsession with Dawson's Creek.
Well, why do I like Dawson's Creek? Do you remember?
Because of the beak, baby.
The Beak is amazing, and also I wanted to be a filmmaker, and he wanted to be a filmmaker, right? And we were relatively at the same age, you know.
Yeah.
But anyway, everybody knows the song, right? The "I Don't Want to Wait" song, right? They get you in the mood, right? Kind of like when you watch the OC, and it was the California, get you in the mood, right?
Yeah, no, it was every Homecoming's theme song for a while. Yeah.
Yeah, every yeah. So, it was just, I don't know, it was 10 years ago maybe, but Gene and I saw that Dawson's Creek was coming to Netflix for the first time, because for the longest time you couldn't find it, right? You know, and Netflix got the rights. So we played the first episode, you know, Dawson and Pacey, oh yay, and then we get ready for the opening, I don't want to wait, and all of a sudden it's head is in the clouds, ooh, do 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 do. I'm like, what is this? What is this? This isn't I Don't Want to Wait. So we Google it, and this is the Dawson's Creek that aired in Canada because Netflix could not get the rights to I Don't Want to Wait.
Wow. Paula Cole stingy, huh?
Right. So still to this day, if you watch Dawson's Creek, the only episode that you get, I Don't Want to Wait, is the series finale.
Man, that's Paula Cole herself turns into a cowboy after all those years of waiting for one, and is just robbing Netflix for all they're worth.
Which is funny too, since you brought that joke up, very clever, and I love that, by the way. Is that if you actually like read the lyrics, that's heartbreaking. It's like what, men coming home from war and they're disfigured and stuff. Like, it's heartbreaking, right? And all of a sudden they took this song and it's about preteen and angst.
Man, I tell you, there's some deep singers back then. What if God was one of us, man?
What if, you know, for the longest time I thought that she was the daughter of Ozzy Osbourne.
Well, I mean, the name fits.
Yeah, I mean, the name fits. If the name fits, the shoe fits. Speaking of shoes, I can't wait. I found a pair of Hey Dudes I'm going to buy for you.
Oh, baby. It's gonna be a cold Christmas.
Gina said to me, she goes, I just saw your Amazon wish list, and there's like 3 pairs of Hey Dudes. You really want 3 pairs of Hey Dudes? And I said, one's for my brother-in-law and one's for Eric. The other one's for me.